It's Paul Marsh, and I'm delighted to be joined by Lizzy from Ward Thomas. Lizzy, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
We should say that Catherine's not here. Unfortunately, she's not very well at the moment. So you know what that means. You've got to be doubly as good.
I know. Oh, the pressure is on.
We were literally just talking off camera there to say that basically it's been roughly a year since we last caught up. You did a show at the New Theatre Royal.
Yeah.
What a 2024 it has been.
I know. Do you know what? There's been a lot of change in 2024, both personally, for both Catherine and I. She's had a new baby. I've got married. I went on a lovely big trip to Australia and New Zealand with my husband for a honeymoon just back, and we've been writing new songs. We've been planning our next tour. And so 2025, there's a lot of exciting things to come.
How did you manage to do all of that in 1 year? That's just ridiculous. Do you sleep?
Yes, yes, yes. No, we're very lucky. We've got a perfect job to have kids. I think going, especially when you're touring around the UK, everything is quite easy. You know, the distances you travel are quite easy to have children. It's not easy. That's probably, I shouldn't say that. If Catherine was here right now, she would roll her eyes at me right now. But it's doable. Everything's
Yes.
doable.
Yes.
And there's no routine in our work, in our line of work, so we can change things around, we can adjust to see how we can, be mums as well as
Hmm.
singers.
I,
I'm not a mum yet, but
no,
I'm seeing
but
my twin sister as a incredible influence
but we
for my
you
future.
you're both entering this different stage of your lives now, essentially. You've gone from being, singer-songwriters known as Ward Thomas, and that's been your thing, okay?
Mhm.
Here you are at this point of your lives in 2025, where not only are you singer-songwriters Ward Thomas, your mum and wife and these other new roles that you're taking on in your life. Does it, I know this is probably a really, really stupid question, but because I know how it felt for me personally. But does it feel like you've entered a new phase of your life now? Because, like I say, when for the last 10 years with Ward Thomas, it has literally just been about touring and making music and
Yeah.
recording and all of that. And now you have all of that and all of this as well.
Definitely. It's been a massive shift, a massive change. I think as twins, from childhood to in our 20s, we did everything together. We were in the same class, we had all the same friends, we did the same career. And then when we started creating our own families, Catherine's, started before me and I'm just a bit behind her, but that's when we kind of had a little bit of a separation. Like I've never experienced pregnancy before or having a kid myself, so that's an entirely new experience for seeing Catherine experience something that I've never experienced before. And it was both incredibly exciting, but also quite a strange feeling because it was new, brand
Mm.
new. We've always had, that's why a lot of our songs that we've written two wedding songs for each other. I wrote a song for her when she got married, and she wrote a song for me as a speech at my wedding. We're going to be releasing those songs
Oh,
very soon.
wow.
And I think within those songs, when we release them, you'll be able to hear the shift of the topic matter of like what we're talking about and the change in our dynamic, but also it's a beautiful thing, but it's something to get used to at the same time. It's like a different stage of adulthood. You're a
Well,
young adult, and then you're like, you know,
well, so again, so the last time we spoke, you were just about to release Quarter Life Crisis with Kezia.
yes,
And, we were talking about, I know that you wrote the song a few years ago and you were kind of past it, but then you were sort of reminiscing and going back to those days. And it's funny. So you've gone literally in the space of a year, you've gone from releasing Quarter Life Crisis, talking about the younger, slightly crazier days, to,
yeah.
to this ever so slightly more, well, not ever so slightly, a lot more responsible.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a huge thing that, and it all comes around so fast.
Mm.
I feel like you're in your 20s and you're just coasting along and going through whether it's one relationship or different relationships within your 20s with figuring out who you are and with different people and friendships and family and stuff like that. And then suddenly you turn 30, get engaged, get married, start thinking about being a parent yourself. And you're like, I still feel like
Yes.
I'm 21.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's such a discombobulating headspace. And you do have to really just get wrap your head around it. And I
So
think we're going
I
to
will.
be writing a lot about that.
I'll tell you something. Okay, so I'm a little. I think I'm around sort of 12 years older than you. I'll give you a little bit of a heads up of what the next 10 years is going to be like. You're in your heart. You'll feel still like you're 21. You'll
Yeah.
still feel like you can do all the things in your heart. In your head, you'll probably feel like the age you are. In your head, you'll feel like you're in your early 30s and you're going through that period of your life where you're changing from wanting to stay out all night drinking to having a cup of tea at 9 o'clock and thinking, is this
Oh
a good
yeah.
idea? But your body will feel like you're about 80.
Oh, great. Great. Great 10 years to come. Oh,
It's a lot to look forward to.
a lot to look forward to. Just life getting more colorful. So that's just only good stuff.
Well, let's talk about the not only the tour, of course, but also a particular show at Ferrum Live. You're going to be coming to the brand new Ferrum Live on the 21st of February. I can tell you that Ferrum Live is an amazing, amazing venue. So I know that you're going to enjoy that. But not only that, you brought some fantastic support with you as well with Tom Spate.
Yes, he's supported us before on the last tour and we loved working with him. We've actually got a song that he invited us to sing with him on called Wonderful Wonder, and it's a really beautiful song. I definitely recommend people listening to it. Not because we're on it, but he wrote a lovely song and it's just a really nice melody and everything, and we're really looking forward to having him back on the road with us for a few of the shows.
How
Um,
how how have your shows evolved? Because I know, obviously, like we say, so you were at the New Theatre Royal a year ago. Has the show evolved in the last year with everything that's gone on? Are there now certain songs that maybe appeal to you a little bit more?
Yeah, I think I mean from our past tours to the most recent one and to this future one, meaning we're going on it next week, so it's not that far in the future. We've done a lot of tours full band, and then we're kind of the last tour and this tour, we're stripping everything back
Hmm.
and we're kind of in a phase where we really are we love that format because we feel more connected with the audience. It's more of a kind of living room um, environment where we talk a lot of rubbish with each other, but we also talk a lot about and in depth about a lot of what the songs are about to us and the writing process and where these songs come from, as well as in this next tour. We're going to be playing some of the songs that we haven't played live for years, like some of the songs off Cartwheel's album, off other albums that we haven't actually revisited for a very long time. And we've had a lot of people saying, "Oh, can you please play this song live? We haven't heard you guys sing that for a really long time." And so we thought we'd put a lot of those songs in our set list this time round, along with the new stuff.
Hmm.
But every tour we like to bring something new to the table. We like to play around musically something different, whether it's the last tour, very stripped back. It was just the three of us and our guitar player. And it's the same format for this tour, but we're gonna play around a little bit more, maybe with like a different instrument, maybe like bring a banjo and a ukulele and maybe do a loop pedal and play around with our harmonies a bit more and do some more a cappella moments and
You're going to have
stuff
fun.
like
You're going to
that.
enjoy it.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy it. And that's what I love about the stripped back tours because you have a lot of, you can be creative with it.
No, I recently spoke to Graham Gouldman of 10cc and asked him because he's doing a similar sort of thing, and I asked him about that, and we said that obviously when you go and play festivals and things like that, it's great, but basically a festival is like a 45-minute slot. You play all of your biggest hits, you get on, you do your job, and you get off.
Yeah.
Whereas these kind of shows are a little bit more laid back, you get to talk about the songs, you get to talk about the music, tell people how the song came about, how the lyrics came about, and it's a lot more personal.
Definitely. And people have bought tickets to come and see your show. That's the difference
Yeah.
between a festival. That I find festivals even more quite daunting because you're trying to win over a whole new crowd. And so you're like, at festivals, there's people that have never heard of you, but when it's your own show, people are buying
Yeah.
tickets to come and see you. So you have a bit more, you're a bit more comfortable
Yeah.
with creating a show that you want to create because you know that the audience have bought tickets to experience that.
Yeah, nobody's bought a ticket to go and see Ward Thomas at Fareham Live and just thought, oh, I've never heard of them, but I'll buy a ticket.
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know.
Right, here we are in January 2025. I know that you're just about to head out on tour. Is there anything else you can tell us about the upcoming year? Any resolutions, any new music, anything that you're working on outside of the current tour, weddings, babies, and anything else?
Yeah. We've been working on new music. We're excited to release some more new music out there this year. We're also going on some more songwriting trips and creating with the people we love to create with. And so we'll carry on churning out some new material. And God, when you look at the year ahead, there's a lot, but there's also other stuff that you're like personal things.
I
But
know
yeah,
that it's also whenever I ask any artist this time of year, what can we expect from you? The other thing is they go, well, I've got this, but I can't talk about that. And we've got
yeah,
this festival that we're playing, but we can't talk about that yet.
yeah. Yeah, we also hope to release a few collaborations as well this year
Okay.
with other artists. We love to collaborate with other artists. We find it really exciting for us, and especially we can play around with harmonies with a third part harmony for us. It's just really fun. So we are hoping to do collaborate more this year. It's a New Year's resolution, I would say, with different
Oh,
artists.
I like
Um,
that.
we've both like written a list of kind of goals for this year, what we want to do for Ward Thomas and with Ward Thomas. And yeah, so we've got a few things on the list. And I think after the tour, we've got some we've got release plans for the during the tour and after the tour. So keep
Keep
your eyes and ears
keep your
open.
eyes on the socials and other bits and pieces, and all will be
Yes.
revealed soon. For my very last question, Lizzie, I want to just take you right back, if that's okay. Your album Cartwheels made history as the first UK country album to top the charts. How did it feel?
It still feels kind of like unbelievable because it's still a kind of pinch me moment. And I remember back when we found out that when it went number one and we were going on a bunch of different TV slots and stuff to talk about it. It was like a blur because we were getting up at super early in the morning to get to London here and then doing this. It was just like a complete blur. We had like a party, a congratulations party. And looking back at that, we were like, has this really happened?
Yeah.
Like, that is absolutely, we always have so low expectations, high hopes is our motto. So we just put all of our heart and soul into music we create and hope that it does the best that we can possibly help it to do. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But if it does, then that's incredible. And we are very thankful for all the people that bought all those albums and bought all our music at the time and still are. We've got incredible people that come to our shows and have been following us for since we were 18 years old.
Well, just to bring you back down to earth, in 10 years' time or so, you'll tell the children and the nieces and the nephews and everything else about what you and Catherine have done over your lives, and they won't be impressed at all.
Yeah, yeah. They're like, oh, great,
Yeah.
cool,
Can we
cool.
watch Peppa Pig or whatever else it
Yeah,
is in 10 years' time?
they
Honestly,
just
that
won't.
I've been through all of this with my kids. They don't care.
Yeah,
Don't care
they
one little
don't
bit.
care.
Uh, Lizzie, thank you so much for talking to me. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. I really do appreciate it. So, for one last time, Ward Thomas are going to be at Ferrum Live on the 21st of February. I know that they are fantastic live. Ferrum Live is a fantastic venue, so make sure you grab your tickets. Lizzie, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much, and you.